Okay, so this is going to be a very short video because I don't really have much of an opinion on this one. Well, I do, it's just, it's not very long, and honestly, I just wanted to review a classic Disney film recently, and actually, I'm starting to feel that a lot. Maybe I should just make like a mini-series about this. And by mini-series, you know what I mean, like, I can try to keep up with it, but I know that I'm not going to be very consistent because I suck at this. But, you know, I'm going to try, because honestly, why not? I mean, classic Disney's fun. Well, most of them. Pinocchio is a 1940 Disney animated film, and come on, just like Snow White, we all know the story, so, I mean, there's gonna be spoilers in this one. So if you haven't already seen it, I mean, sorry. The plot of the film involves an old woodcarver named Geppetto, who carves a wooden puppet that he names Pinocchio. And he wishes for Pinocchio to be, you know, to be a real boy because he's always wanted his own son. And so the puppet is actually brought to life by a blue fairy who informs him that she will actually help him become a real boy, but only if he proves himself to be brave, truthful, and unselfish. So Pinocchio's efforts to become a real boy involve a bunch of encounters with a host of unsavory, people. And in the end, he impresses the blue fairy enough to where she decides, you know what? You can be a real boy. There you go. Pinocchio, I will admit, is a very likable character. The filmmakers did a good job of making him a pretty realistic character with flaws. I mean, he's very gullible, and he does want to break the rules sometimes. That in no way makes him a bad kid. He's just a kid. And the difference between him and a real kid is that he recognizes he does bad things, and he actually works to correct himself, whereas a lot of kids actually won't fix that about themselves. Pinocchio also has a quote-unquote conscience named Jiminy Cricket, and I will say it, and probably a few of you are gonna get pissed at me, but I've always hated the Jiminy character. I never found him funny or charming, and his voice is just extremely annoying to me. The story itself isn't bad, and we do get some visuals that really stick with us as we're growing up. I mean, the nose growing when you're lying, turning into a jackass when you're bad, you know, and honestly, that's pretty effective, I think, at least, for a kid growing up. The film does get pretty dark, though, and I never read it, but my understanding is that the original Pinocchio material is actually much darker, especially considering that in that one, or, you know, novel, again, I really don't know, I'd actually have to look them up and read them myself, but my understanding is that in there, Pinocchio didn't want to be a good boy. He just wanted to have fun, even if that meant destroying shit. Hell, there's even a thing where he meets a cricket who tells him to be good. I accidentally knocked into the camera, sorry about that. But he actually tells him to be good, and what does Pinocchio do? He kills the fucker. He kills the fucking cricket. What? What? And the creepy imagery is amplified in this film too, just like it was in Snow White. But the difference was, I wasn't too terrified with the ones in Snow White. Like, when I was a kid, there were a few things that made me jump a little bit, but it didn't make me shudder or anything. But Pinocchio, however, still frightens me to this day. I mean, look at this scene right here. This is basically something out of a fucking Alfred Hitchcock movie.
Hey, pal! Please, you gotta help me. Be a pal. Call that needle. Call anybody. Mama!
That scene still scares the shit out of me to this day. I mean, you guys saw it? That shit's terrifying. The animation in the film is a bit outdated, but it's still good. I mean, I do have one complaint, though. Like, one really substantial complaint. The blue fairy always looked like it was drawn a little bit weird, and it just looks really out of place, and it actually kind of bothers me, like, you know, I don't know how to describe it. It's like an internal thing, like, I clench up every time I see her, because it's just weird. I don't know, maybe it's just preparing me for...
You have been searching for me, haven't you, David?
Ah! And for the music, even after a rewatch, I mean, the music's okay, but I don't remember the entire thing very well. I do remember When You Wish Upon a Star, which is a good song, and then I remembered No Strings on Me, although the song was kind of tainted by Avengers 2. In the end, Pinocchio's an alright movie. I mean, they do have some memorable characters, although I hate the fucking cricket. Pretty good storytelling, decent animation. I'm not gonna go back to the Blue Fairy. I'm not even gonna think about it. I'm not gonna think about it. And then, just memorable music, pretty good music. And for all of that, I will give Pinocchio a 2.5 out of 5 reels. Actually, that's the same rating I gave Snow White. Actually, oh yeah. I really hope that for the Disney classics that I don't end up being in the middle on all of them. But I guess we'll see. Anyway, thank you so much for watching and just listening to me ramble. So, now's your chance to share your opinions. So, if you agree with some of my points, or all of them, let me know. And if I insulted your childhood once again, let me know that too. Please subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and follow me on Facebook and on Patreon, the links for which are in the description down below. Also, speaking of Patreon, please help support me through Patreon. And any help that I receive would be very appreciated, and it will help me to get better editing software. Anyway, that's all I have time for. Thanks once again for watching, and farewell until the next video. Bye.